sing or something.
You should totally sing.
I got a microphone. I'm just going to talk to you through this. Write an epic book boyfriend. Woo! That's good stuff, isn't it? Yeah, we like good boyfriends.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to introduce. This is just cool. I'm going to introduce our authors, and they're going to tell us their book and probably like maybe their most popular series, what they're known for. So we will start here with you.
Okay.
Renee.
I'm Renee Carlino. My first book was Sweet Thing, and I wrote a novella, Sweet Little Thing, after that. And then Before We Were Strangers was my most recent book. I have a book coming out next month, which is titled Swear on This Life. And they're all standalones.
Hi, I'm Karen Lynch, and I have written one series. It's the Relentless Trilogy, and my next book that's coming out is Warrior.
You're not writing fast enough.
Can I get a new moderator?
People yell at you for saying that.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm author R.K. Ryle. I have 21 books out. So I have a parallel romance series, a fantasy series, and then I have several contemporaries. My most popular contemporary is probably Hawthorne and Heathcliff.
Nice.
Hi, I'm Edna Walters.
Edna Walters.
Yeah.
Walters.
She keeps forgetting the S.
Oh.
Walters, and not a man. A lot of people thought I was a
She
man.
has girl parts.
I've checked. I am not, because this is my first time at any convention, any writing. My pictures are not on Facebook.
She's a virgin.
Thank God you said that.
Yes.
Girl part was virgin.
Okay, and the accent is real. I'm not faking it. I'm not from Asgard, even though I write about Asgardians. I'm not from Helheim either, but I am from Kenya, East Africa. Okay, and I love Dean Winchester. And pies.
Everyone say this. Oh, my series.
Yeah.
Dean took over. Okay, I write. I have two series, but you said my
Most popular.
Your Rooms is your most popular. Yeah, it is. You think?
Okay.
Yes.
If you have not read the Room series, you suck.
All right. My Roots
Sorry.
series, that's the most popular. I have 9 books out, and it's three friends, and it kind of chronicles how their lives and how they interact with Valkyries and Grimniars, or just Soul Reapers from Asgard and Helheim. Okay, so Norse mythology.
Echo for life. Yes. Read her books, you'd understand. Okay, you guys ready?
No.
Oh, dear. Here goes.
I didn't write these questions. I'm just telling you that now. Okay, we're going to start. We'll just go from this side to this side. Okay? Any of your heroes based on are any of your heroes? Excuse me. Are any of your heroes based off of anyone in your past?
Yeah, I've actually written, I mentioned a couple, but I've actually written 6, and all of the heroes are based on people. I mean, little snippets of those people in my life, and also myself. And I think, I don't know, I can just speak for myself when I say that all of my characters are a little bit of me and a little bit of other people I know. And so, so yeah, so definitely I'm inspired by musicians and artists, and most of my boys are in the arts. With the physicality of the character, and then depending on what their occupation is or what the conflict is, and decide what kind of characteristics they have and how they react in certain situations. More recently, like in my last couple of books, and my husband who's sitting out there is going to love this, he just ducked. I wrote from like the male point of view, and I said I really want to know what you're thinking in these situations, because a lot of the books that I read in our genre are just what you think a guy might be thinking, but I was like, I really want to know what you're thinking when you see this woman walking down the street. Like, what are your first thoughts? And I was pleasantly surprised, and I don't think he was BSing me. So I really was grilling him. So yeah, I do. I look for I just try to give a lot of diverse throughout over the course of the books. Try to give each male character something really unique and different in each one of my books. So that's a good answer.
I have ancient Egyptians, I have Nubians, I have Native Americans. So I draw from ancient civilizations, and I pick one, and then my team, they tend to find models that look like my characters. I don't go looking for actors or models to inspire me. I just write, and then they go find pictures.
You guys got switches?
Oh, yeah.
They make
We're excited
medicine
about the
for
topic.
Love the topic.
We're excited about the models.
So it's whatever my character is attracted to, but yeah.
Okay, this next question I think is interesting because Karen and I were actually talking about this. So we asked him, are you attracted to the characters you write? Okay, so yes, we need to be attracted to him. The question that Karen and I have talked about, and it was so funny because she thinks my husband's awesome, and he is.
Yes.
My husband's amazing. He's also extremely hot. So way out of my league. And my characters, a lot of the looks of my characters are based off my husband. So that's, so you can obviously see that not only do I write based off his characters, but I'm also married to him. And when I say characteristics, we're talking alpha. We're talking like, no, you can't cut your hair because I want your hair long. I mean, he's just, that's the kind of guy he is. So Karen was like, okay, I like to look at him, but I couldn't be married to him because of his, that personality. So, could you date the guys you like, even though you're attracted to them, the personality that you build? Could you date them or be with them?
Yeah.
Elaborate. Not accepted answer. Go.
I mean, there are Carrie Haywood's an audience. I'm gonna call her out right now. We were in a French restaurant in New York a couple years ago, and there was a waiter who had this really crazy black hair, and it was just flying everywhere. And this was like right when the man bun was becoming like a thing. She said, "I really need to give you a man bun," and I based like one of my characters off that. But knowing the French waiter, no, I couldn't date him. I just that was no. That's probably the only one. Everyone else, yes, across the board. Yeah, they're not all perfect, but no one is, like we said before. So yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't date Nicholas. He's too overbearing for me to protect him. I would definitely date Chris. Chris is more my style, someone with a really good sense of humor and funny and quirky. And but yeah, I couldn't date a real strong alpha character because they'd probably still be looking for the body. And I'd be on the run for it. So.
I think I could date all of my characters. I think the only one that I probably couldn't would be Luther from the Thorn trilogy, simply because Luther. He's definitely, Monroe's probably the only one who can handle him. But I think the rest of them I probably could. My fantasy series, I write epic fantasy with dragons and swords and sorcery and things like that. And that's a whole other type of character building and things like that. And it's
I'm sorry. Janet has a question.
No, I'm not. I don't want to interrupt what our case is.
Well, what were you raising your hand for?
Because I have a question, but I was going to wait until Regina was finished.
Don't do that. You confused me. It's not acceptable.
So I heard what you're saying, that it seems to me that you introduced diversity through ancient cultures. Do you find it difficult to introduce diversity into your main characters in modern times? I mean, I like reading more diverse characters. Like the green-eyed brunette, I'm kind of done with. So like I want more diverse cultures. Well, no, just cultures and backgrounds and stuff. And it seems like when you're introducing ancient cultures, it's easier probably
It
to
is
do
easier.
that.
Especially
For acceptance-wise,
me,
almost
for
even
me,
acceptance-wise.
especially since I'm a Kenyan lady writing about Norse.
Right.
So how did I go about that? Instead of writing the present stuff that I don't know about, I do my research, and I love ancient civilizations. So I love plucking, and even my female characters, because I'm dealing with immortals, and they are old. They are 800 years old, 900 years old, thousands. I mean, druids. The druids disappeared like thousands of years ago, and Echo is one of them. And I'm bringing him back, and I read on what's going on and introduce that. I do ancient Rome, ancient Rome. One guy's from ancient Constantinople, ancient Rome. Turin fought with King Richard in the Crusades. That's my main character. He was in the Crusades, and his was my first one. And then I have women from ancient Egypt, or I have Sin from ancient Nubia. I have Hawk, ancient Native American. And so as I read the stories and things are going on, like they find bones or evil dark souls take over bodies and create these monsters, but it's Native American burial ground. And since he's lived for 800 years, my main character goes to tell him that, hey, this happened in California, this place, that's an ancient burial ground for Native Americans. He didn't know about it. He's like, I'll take care of it. You can
So the historian is your plot device, like introduce
this
some
is
of the
kind
culture
of weaved
in
into
the
the story,
history.
but my main thing is, I write about soul reapers, and I know I've been asked before, how come you have, ancient Nubians weeping for, goddess Hel, and so I try to explain why the gods in ancient Egypt or ancient Nubia or other cultures have failed those people now, and they're now reaping for Hel. Because I had to kind of find a way to tie it all and have people from diverse backgrounds as reapers for the Norse gods and not for their gods from their own cultures. And I kind of explain that in my books, why I'm basing it on Norse mythology and not Egyptian or some African mythology. Okay, sorry.
Okay, now you have to answer the question that I asked. You should have paid attention.
Am I the worst student or you're the worst teacher?
No.
Yes. Yeah.
I have the microphone.
Blame the interrupter.
Power.
Blame the interrupter.
Thank you. See, blame her. She's got great hair, though. You got great
I'm
hair.
very
Yes.
good.
Gorgeous.
Okay. Would you date, marry, whatever your dudes?
Whatever.
I would date Tori. Yes.
Yeah.
Some I wouldn't. I mean, one of them, he's not. I'm not sure what he is. Whether he's bisexual now, but he goes both ways.
Sorry,
it depends on his.
It's mine.
I know. It depends on his mood. So sometimes he dates women. Sometimes he's into guys. I wouldn't date him because he's so horrible. He's hold her back. He loves dead people. He loves souls. Like, their souls to us. So no, I wouldn't date Anders.
Well, fan club here.